Hello, I'm Kalerasi. This is the next episode of Metacognition. Who is watching your thoughts? From morning to night, thoughts keep running inside our mind. But have you ever stopped and noticed them? If thoughts are coming and going, then who is watching them? This simple question opens the door to a powerful inner ability. An ability most of us were never taught in school, yet it silently shapes the quality of our life. Psychology today calls this ability metacognition, the mind watching its own mind. Metacognition happens when your mind steps outside itself and watches itself. It is like CCTV inside your brain. Very few people do this consciously. That is why some people repeat the same mistakes for 20 years, some people grow in 2 years. Why this difference? Is it intelligence? No, it is self-observation. Ancient India already spoke about metacognition. In Upanishads and yoga philosophy, they spoke about witness mind, Sakshi Bhava. This is pure metacognition. Our ancestors didn't call it psychology, they called it awareness. So metacognition is ancient wisdom plus modern neuroscience combined. So what happens when we start observing our own thoughts like this? One of the first things we notice is this: our mind becomes lighter. Because metacognition has a quiet power, it reduces overthinking. Do you think thinking more will solve problems? Wrong. It is called overthinking. It happens when mind runs automatically. Metacognition puts brake to overthinking. When you watch your thoughts, you don't get trapped inside them. When the noise in the mind reduces, the voice of clarity becomes audible. When we no longer lost in constant overthinking, we finally get the clarity to see ourselves honestly. And that is when our hidden mental patterns begin to surface. Let me tell you about Meera. Meera was a school teacher. She is calm, sincere, and very dedicated to her work. One afternoon, after the class, Meera walked into the staff room quietly. Her colleagues were talking and laughing. The moment Meera entered, they suddenly became silent and looked at some papers. That small moment was enough. On her way back home, Meera's mind started running. Were they talking about me? Did I do something wrong in school? Maybe my teaching is not good. Maybe they don't like me. By evening, she was completely disturbed. Nothing had actually happened outside, but inside her mind, a full story was created. That night, instead of continuing the same cycle, Meera tried something different. She sat quietly and asked herself, what exactly am I thinking and why? She didn't analyze others. She simply watched her own thoughts. Within a few seconds, she noticed a pattern. This was not the first time. Whenever someone became silent around her, whenever someone didn't appreciate her work, the same fear appeared. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe people don't value me. She suddenly realized something very deep. Her overthinking was not about her colleagues. It was coming from an old inner pattern. A constant need for approval and fear of rejection. All these years, she thought people and situations were disturbing her peace. But the real disturbance was this hidden belief inside her. The next day, when she entered the staff room, the same colleagues were there, the same environment, but this time her mind was different. When a small thought appeared, are they judging me? She simply noticed and smiled inside. She didn't follow it. She didn't build a story around it. And within seconds, the thought disappeared on its own. Nothing outside had changed, but because she saw her inner mental pattern clearly, overthinking slowly began to lose its power. People think their problems are external, like from family, from society, or from bad luck. But metacognition reveals same thought, same reaction, same result, repeated life. Seeing your own hidden inner patterns clearly can be shocking but powerful. Metacognition is like switching on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, you see what was always there. Do you know about the most powerful question in the world? What is happening inside me right now? If someone asks this daily, their emotional intelligence increases automatically. And perhaps the moment we sincerely begin asking, what is happening inside me right now, is the moment we slowly discover who is truly watching our thoughts. Maybe the one who is watching your thoughts is not another thought at all, but your own self-awareness, a quiet inner observation that has always been present within you. And the more you rest in that self-awareness, the more clearly you realize you are not just the thinker of your thoughts, you are the awareness that notices them. So the question, who is watching my thoughts, slowly becomes an experience. It is my own awareness, learning to know itself. Thank you for listening and for taking a quiet moment to observe your own inner world.